Hi, this is Pastor Greg, coming to you maybe not live, but alive with hope and anticipation of all the opportunities we have to be God's people in the world. This week, our focus Bible verse comes from the letter to the Hebrews, Hebrews 12, verses 1 through 2, where it says, "Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us also lay aside every weight and the sin that clings so closely. Let us run with perseverance the race that is set before us, looking to Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith, who for the sake of the joy that was set before him endured the cross, disregarding its shame, and has taken his seat at the right hand of the throne of God." Thinking about the race and thinking about perseverance, and having just gone through this cycle of the Olympics, I was thinking several years ago in the Olympics when they were held in Barcelona, Spain. The world saw one of the greatest moments in Olympic history in Barcelona. Maybe you remember a young man named Derek Redmond dreamed all his life of winning a gold medal in the 400-meter race. Worked hard to get to the Olympics, and his dream was finally within his reach. He was in the semifinals and was running the race of his life. He could see the finish line just ahead as he rounded the final turn. Suddenly he felt a sharp pain in the back of his leg, and he fell to the track with a torn muscle in his right leg. Derek struggled to his feet and started to hop toward the finish line on one foot in an attempt to finish the race. Suddenly a great big guy came out of the stands, pushed aside a security guard, and ran to Derek's side. It was Derek's father, Jim Redmond. "You don't have to do this," he told his son. "Yes, I do," Derek said. "Well then," said his father, "we're going to finish this together." And they did. They stayed in Derek's lane all the way to the end. At first the crowd watched in silence. Then they rose to their feet and cheered and cried. Well, Derek Redmond didn't win the gold medal, but he walked away with the incredible memory of a loving father who, when he saw his son in pain, left his seat in the stands to help him finish the race. These verses from Hebrews 12, 1 through 2, describe a race that you and I are running that is even bigger and more important than the Olympics. In Hebrews, we learn we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses. We run the race that God has set before us, and we throw aside anything that will slow us down. We keep our eyes on Jesus. This race that we're following isn't necessarily a race about speed. I think one of the most important words in this verse is perseverance. We persevere in our race, whatever it may be, whether it's going quickly or you're stumbling along like Derek did. But we're in this race and we persevere and we keep our eyes on Jesus. And we also find those opportunities, like Derek's father did, to walk alongside others in their race and help them persevere. That's the opportunity we have not only this week, but every day of our lives. The opportunity to run the race with our eyes focused on Jesus and to accompany others as they go along the race as well. Thanks be to God.